Welcome to this video presentation on Sapphire Foods IPO. We will quickly walk through Sapphire Foods, which is one of the two largest Yum franchisee operators in the Indian subcontinent for the brands KFC, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell. Its business is almost like Devyani, which came out with an IPO about 2 months back. The IPO opens on 9th November and closes on 11th November. It's entirely an offer for sale. The company will be raising close to 2100 crores. Bid lot is 12 shares. Price band at the upper end is rupees 1180. Only 10% of the offer is reserved for retail due to the company making losses. Merely 1.5 lakh applications are needed for one-time subscription of the retail quota. And so if the investors are attracted towards this issue, the allotment may not be very easy. The holding company of Sapphire Foods is a Mauritius-based entity promoted by Samara Capital, a PE investor. It is also participating in the OFS. Its holding will come down to about 41% after the issue. Other sellers in OFS include various PE investors like QSR, Sapphire Foods Mauritius, AAJV Investment Trust, some funds by Edelweiss, etc. The issue constitutes about 27.65% of the post-issue equity capital of Sapphire Foods is one of the largest Yum franchisee operators in the Indian subcontinent. It's almost on level with Devyani on almost all counts. The company is also the largest QSR chain in Sri Lanka in terms of revenue for the financial year 2021, as well as from number of restaurants operated. The company owns and operates 209 KFC restaurants in India and Maldives, 239 Pizza Hut restaurants in India, Sri Lanka and Maldives, and 2 Taco Bell restaurants in Sri Lanka. Sapphire Foods is relatively a young company which started in 2015 to 2016, and over the years it has done quite well, consolidated the operations and has built large network of stores. A quick look at the financials of the company shows that the company hit a high revenue of rupees 1,340 crore in FY20. COVID hit the company hard and its revenue dipped significantly by 24% to just near to 1,000 crore. If we look the revenue figures during the first wave of COVID, that is the period ended June 2020, the company could clock only a sales of rupees 111 crore, showing the severe impact of COVID. Fortunately, the revenues have jumped back, and for the 3 months ended June 21, there is a good jump in revenue, in EBITDA, and the company should do well from here on. The company's market cap is about 7,500 crore at the current price, and it is seeking a market cap to sales ratio of 7.5, which is not totally out of sync with other players in QSR segment. Sapphire Food operates mainly in West and South India. The territories of North India and East India are served by Devyani International, which is the other franchisee of Yum. The company has rights for Pizza Hut in 11 states and for KFC restaurants in 10 states. The company has been optimizing its stores by reducing the space as a part of its cost-saving strategy, and this seems to be paying back. The bottom line of the company is negative, but it is positive at the operating level, and the company has shown good improvement in operating margins, particularly in the quarter ended June 2021. The company claims to be among the top 3 QSR vendors in the country in terms of performance. Some key concerns are that the company has negative cash flow and is not in profit, but is seeking a significantly higher price. The company has to pay 5 to 6% royalty for Yum brand. The franchisee agreement with Yum has been renewed, but there could be issues in future. There may be increased competition in the QSR chain segment from other local brands as well as international players. The company made a preferential allotment few months back at about half the price to some PE investors. This is a red flag. Though the company has given some reasons for this, and its argument is that these players have pitched in for a considerable long time, still this will not go well with the market. The anchor portion of the issue reported good response with about 53 anchor investors subscribing to the issue for a total amount of rupees 933 crores, and it includes some big names like Government of Singapore, Fidelity Funds, Abu Dhabi Investment Authority of India, our own local funds like Sundaram Mutual Fund, HDFC Mutual Fund, Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance, ICICI Prudential Insurance, etc. Now we proceed with the overall assessment of the IPO. Sapphire Foods is an omni-channel restaurant, which means it has dining cum delivery format and is the largest franchisee of Yum brands in the Indian subcontinent. It's backed by some very large investors such as Samara Capital, who in fact happens to be its promoter, Goldman Sachs, CX Partners, and Edelweiss. KFC is worldwide number one chicken brand, and Pizza Hut is number two brand in the country. At one time, Pizza Hut used to be number one brand in the country, but its failure to go for a delivery model has pushed it to number two. Devyani has 692 stores, and it generated 1,135 crores from these. Sapphire, with nearly 437 stores, generated close to 1,100 crores in sales, which shows that Sapphire stores are generating more revenue per store. However, profitability of Devyani per store is better, but Sapphire is also picking up. Sapphire Foods has a professional management, very strong backing of PE funds, investors, and a professional board, which bodes well for the company going forward. Sapphire Foods is relatively a young company, started in 2015 to 16, and has grown fast, demonstrated its ability to scale up its operation and turn around non-profitable outlets. If we compare Sapphire Foods with other QSR players, we can see that sales-wise, Sapphire Foods ranks at number 3. First is Jubilant Food, number 2 is Devyani International, and just below it is Sapphire Foods. These are figures for FY21. All players have shown improvement in subsequent quarters. As September end figures for Sapphire Foods are not available, we are not able to compare the same, but Sapphire Foods must have done well in this half year. OPM for Sapphire Foods here is 12.2, but in first quarter of this year, it has reported about 19% OPM, which is quite good. If we see on a price to book value ratio, here also Sapphire Foods is being offered at a ratio of 8.38, which compares well with other players. On a market cap to sales ratio also, Sapphire Foods appears to be at par or cheaper than other players. So thus the valuation being sought by the company is not very expensive, but it is also a fact that most of the other players are already quoting at very higher valuations. So it is only a comparative comfort that we are getting. So IPO pricing is not totally out of sync or out of line. However, if there is a market meltdown, all players will come down, and the excess number of IPOs, it poses a risk whether we will get listing gains in this issue or not. There is not much excitement in the market for this IPO, quite less when compared to that witnessed for Devyani International IPO, which people subscribed blindly. Thus, we should tread with care. Current reported GMP is at about 100 rupees, and it is a sign of shakiness in the market. Also, due to the company offering non-vegetarian or chicken products at KFC, many of the Jain brokers and some other people also do not deal in shares of the company. I am neutral or slightly positive on the company, and there is fair chance that I may put in some applications in this IPO. I will decide this on day 3. This slightly positive view may be negated if there is a poor response to the IPO from the QIB investor. Thank you.